cannabis. Okay, and the fifth point that he put down is if the medical cannabis community is to invest itself in a campaign for an initiative, we want a higher probability of success than a recreational initiative can offer. So in other words, if we're all of us here, there's 20-some people, 25 people in the room, we know another 25 people that have worked on campaigns. If we're to invest our hardcore energy in making this happen, we're going to invest it in what's actually going to protect our medicine. So the first version is, be it ordained that the people and city of county of San Francisco, that it shall be the official policy of the city and county of San Francisco that the city shall license, regulate, and tax the cultivation and sale of cannabis and allow for adults 21 years of age or older to possess cannabis both for medical and non-medical uses in strict compliance with the state vehicle penal codes and prohibitions against consuming cannabis in public spaces and in the presence of minors. The second version that went through rules goes like this. And I'm going to skip the people of the city, so in the official policy, and take it up on the shall license, regulate, and tax the cultivation and sale of cannabis for use by adults, requiring compliance with appropriate zoning, building, electrical, and public health standards, and a strict adherence to state laws, including prohibitions of smoking cannabis in public spaces in the presence of minors. So one thing that I did and wrote to Supervisor Mercarimi is take out the punitive language. It's already in code. We don't need to recite again and again prohibitions against smoking cannabis in public spaces. All that means is if you're homeless, you can get arrested whether you're medical or non-medical, and it's totally poor, unfair, unconstitutional law against poor people. So I'm going to read the Shona version now, which is a little bit different than the version that me and Stuart proposed. So it shall be the official policy of the city and county of San Francisco that the city shall provide license, permits, and craft regulations that assure compliance to all relevant codes to protect public safety and health for medical, research, and adult use cannabis cultivation, and offer protections for compliant cultivation and with strict adherence to state laws tax the sales and cultivation of non-medical adult use. So that's kind of my correcting version. I think simply we can just take the adult use out of it and make it, and then let me reread to you again the other version. It shall be the official policy of the city and county of San Francisco that the city shall license, permit, regulate, and protect the collective cultivation of medical cannabis as well as research projects in cannabis-based medicines in the interest of promoting public health and safety and in strict adherence to state law. I like that cleanup. Nice. Right? That's the fourth kind of final version, right? Yep. And so I'll read it one more time, and then when I'm calling a motion on the floor for the voting members of the caucus to approve this, so that when Shamari gets to the table tomorrow, he can say to the other members of the Campos Working Group that we voted on this, and this is the amended language that we are in support of from the Harvey Milk Cannabis Caucus. So the motion on the floor is to support amended language for the June ballot measure regarding public safety and cultivation, medical cannabis cultivation practices in San Francisco. And it reads, it shall be the official policy of the city and county of San Francisco that the city shall license, permit, regulate, and protect the collective cultivation of medical cannabis as well as research projects in cannabis-based medicines in the interest of promoting public health and safety and in strict adherence to state law. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Anybody abstaining? Lowest priority is back in effect. We have many Harvey Milk members seated at the table. We have Gregory Ledbetter. We have Kathy Smith from HopeNet. We have Mikey Verbata from 194 Church. And we have Aleem Raja from the public defender's office, who is also a member of Harvey Milk Club, and often if you go to the general meetings he will peek his head in and often accompanies public defender Jeff Adachi when he does make appearances at the Harvey Milk Club. So these are important meetings. They're usually held in the morning. We don't have the next date, but I just want to encourage everyone in the Harvey Milk Cannabis Caucus to attend, to listen carefully, and to help forward especially the issue of the revisions needed to the lowest priority ordinance. And one of them is all these prohibitions from smoking in public, which basically the only people under lowest priority that are targeted for arrest are poor people. So street sales, smoking in public, etc. Do I think that everybody should be on the street and smoking in public? Actually, no, I don't. I think we need drop-in harm reduction centers that will protect poor people from arrest simply because they are poor people. Right. Because the rich people aren't getting arrested on the street or for smoking in public.
As a homeless person, it's very difficult to find a place to go in and smoke. I have to smoke right outside of the shelter at night. How else am I going to smoke?
That's a very important point, and I hope that that got on so that we can broadcast that. Dolores?
Sometimes my back's killing me. I can't stand it. So.
They have this thing in the Finland, I guess it might be all over San Francisco, safe places to run into, like the bookstores, and one of my neighbors.
The safe havens? It's mostly for immigrants.
Is that